January 8th, Genesis 25 and 26. Genesis 25. And Abraham took another wife, whose name was Keturah, and she bore him Zimran, Yokshan, Midan, and Midian, Yishbak, and Shuah. And Yokshan brought forth Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Asherim and Letushim and Leumim. And the sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanak, Abida, and Elda. All these were the children of Keturah. Now Abraham gave all that he had to Yitzhak, but to the sons of the concubines whom Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts while he was still living, and sent them away from his son Yitzhak eastward to the land of the east. And these are the years of Abraham's life which he lived, 175 years. And Abraham breathed his last and died in a good old age, aged and satisfied, and was gathered to his people. And the sons of Yitzhak and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zor the Hittite, in the field which Abraham purchased from the sons of Heth. There Abraham was buried with Sarah his wife. And it came to be, after the death of Abraham, that Elohim blessed his son Yitzhak. And Yitzhak dwelt at Beer Lahai Roi. And this is the genealogy of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Mitzrayim, Sarah's female servant, bore to Abraham. And these were the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names, according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, then Kedor, and Adbeel, and Mibson, and Mishma, and Duma, and Masa, Hadar, and Tema, Yeter, Napshish, and Kedima. These were the sons of Ishmael, and these were their names by their towns and their settlements, 12 chiefs according to their tribes. And these were the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. And he breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people. And they dwelt from Hawilah as far as Shur, which is east of Mitzrayim, as you go towards Ashur. He settled before all his brothers. And this is the genealogy of Yitzhak, Abraham's son. Abraham brought forth Yitzhak. And Yitzhak was 40 years old when he took Rebekah as his wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean. And Yitzhak prayed to Yah for his wife, because she was barren. And Yah answered his prayer, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And within her the children struggled together, and she said, If all is right, why am I this way? So she went to ask Yah. And Yah said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 people shall be separated from your body. And one people shall be stronger than the other, and the older serve the younger. And when the days were filled for her to give birth, and see, twins were in her womb, the first came out, red all over, like a hairy garment. So they called his name Esau. And afterward his brother came out, with his hand holding on to Esau's heel. So his name was called Jacob. And Yitzhak was 60 years old when she bore them. And the boys grew up, and Esau became a man, knowing how to hunt, a man of the field. And Jacob was a complete man, dwelling in tents. And Yitzhak loved Esau, because he ate of his wild game, But Rebekah loved Jacob, and Jacob cooked his stew. And Esau came in from the field, and he was weary. And Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with that same red stew, for I am weary." That is why his name was called Edom. But Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright today." And Esau said, "Look, I am going to die, so why should I have a birthright?" And Jacob said, "Swear to me today." And he swore to him, and sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob then gave bread and stew of lentils, and he ate and drank, and rose up and left. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Genesis 26. And there was a scarcity of food in the land, besides the first scarcity of food, which was in the days of Abraham. And Yitzhak went to Abimelech, sovereign of the Philistines, in Gerar. And Yah appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Mitzrayim. Live in the land which I command you. Sojourn in this land, and I shall be with you and bless you. For I give all these lands to you and your seed, and I shall establish the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I shall increase your seed like the stars of the heavens, and I shall give you all these lands to your seed, and in your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. Because Abraham obeyed my voice and guarded my charge, my commands, my laws, and my Torot." And Yitzhak dwelt in Gerar. And when the men of the place asked about his wife, he said, "She is my sister." For he was afraid to say, "She is my wife," thinking, lest the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she is good looking. And it came to be, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, sovereign of the Philistines, looked through a window, and he watched and saw Yitzhak playing with Rebekah his wife. So Abimelech called Yitzhak and said, "See, truly she is your wife. How could you say she is my sister?" And Jacob said to him, "Because I said, lest I die on account of her." And Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the people had almost laden with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." And Abimelech commanded all his people, saying, "He who touches this man or his wife shall certainly be put to death." And Yitzhak sowed in that land, and reaped in the same year 100-fold, and Yah blessed him. And the man grew great, and went forward until he became very great. And he came to have possessions of flocks, and possessions of herds, and a great body of servants. And the Philistines envied him. And the Philistines had stopped up all the wells which his father's servants had dug in the days of Abraham his father, and filled them with dirt. And Abimelech said to Yitzhak, "Go away from us, for you are much mightier than we." So Yitzhak went from there, and pitched his tent in the Wadi Gerar, and dwelt there. And Yitzhak dug again the wells of water which they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, and the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham, and he called them by the names which his father had called them. But when Yitzhak's servants dug in the wadi and found a well running water there, the herdsmen of Gerar strove with Yitzhak's herdsmen, saying, "The water is ours." And he called the name of the well Yitzhak, because they strove with him. And they dug another well, and they strove over that one too. And he called its name Sitnah. And he moved from there and dug another well, and they did not strive after it. And he called its name Rehoboth, and said, "For now Yah has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land." And from there he went up to Beersheba, and Yah appeared to him the same night, and said, "I am the Elohim of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you. I shall bless you and increase your seed for my servant Abraham's sake." And he built a slaughter place there, and called on the name of Yah, and pitched his tent there. And the servants of Yitzhak dug a well there. And Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Suath, one of his friends, and Pichol, the commander of his army. And Yitzhak said to them, "Why have you come to me, seeing you have hated me, and sent me away from you?" But they said, "We have clearly seen that Yah is with you." And we said, "Please, let there be an oath between us, between you and us. Let us make a covenant with you, that you do no evil to us, as we have not touched you, and as we have done only good towards you, and have sent you away in peace. You are now blessed by Yah, And he made them a feast, and they ate and drank, and they rose early in the morning, and swore an oath with one another. And Yitzhak let them go, and they departed from him in peace. And on that same day it came to be that the servants of Yitzhak came and informed him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." So he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. And when Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Bashmeth, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And they were a bitterness of spirit to Yitzhak and Rebekah.